All right. Getting into the next one, I think it's our first 6-6 matchup here. It pits Arkansas State going up against NIU, Northern Illinois Huskies. This one's crazy, right? I mean, they both have like dogs as mascots. They both are red, white, and black in their colors. They both were 6-6, and they're both going to be traveling to Alabama to play in the Camellia Bowl on ESPN at 12 noon on this is a Saturday game. The Troy and Duke game was also a Saturday game for those thinking about when that one was. So Saturday noon game. Are these teams the mirror images as they look on screen now, or do you see some things that are going to stick out to you statistically in this one?
I think they're pretty evenly matched, to be quite honest. I'll say, NIU's run game has been super strong. I think that's the one bright spot for them. I think Antonio Brown, I think he's got over 1,100 rushing yards that he has, 10 touchdowns. He's got, I think they're going to do well trying to establish the run, but I think these are two teams that are very evenly matched. It's a coin flip for me. I'm obviously going to roll with the SEC, Arkansas State. I would like for them to do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah. This one is interesting to me because of what, and I didn't bring up their schedule right off the top of my head, but
I do have their schedule actually right in front of me.
Do you?
Yeah, they lost to Boston College first game of the season, beat Boston College, and then they went on a 4-game losing streak. Southern Illinois, Nebraska, Tulane, and Toledo. Lost some
FCS close Southern Illinois.
Yeah. I mean, that was some heat they had, and then they ended up beating Akron, won 3 in a row, Akron, Ohio, and then Eastern Michigan, and then lost 2 more straight to Central Michigan and Ball State. So, kind of an up and down year for them. A year of streaks for sure. But I just don't, again, I'm not super impressed by that strength of schedule. I know Arkansas State's schedule is tougher in some regard, but neither of these teams jump off the page to me as dominant.
Yeah. Artie says he had his wisdom teeth removed at boot camp and it sucked ass. Hopefully you feel better down there. Yes, it does suck. It sucks even worse when they puncture your sinus cavity and you have more stitches up there. I had some more to come out today, so at least that's better because, man, those things are just rubbing there on the cheek, and it's like it's not even the pain, it's the irritation or the annoyance, but getting back to this game, the Boston College win, kind of impressive. The rest of it, not impressive.
Right.
None of the wins to me are impressive. And again, we've talked about this with the MAC. It is what it is. I don't think a lot of people think that highly of the MAC. And Arkansas State, I mean, they get crushed in their first 2 games, and then they rebounded really, really well. They had a pretty ugly game against Troy, but every other loss, maybe sans the Marshall one on the last game of the year, was like a respectably close loss, especially with where they were at coming into the game. I think the X factor in this one continues to be Jalen Rayner, the North Carolina native, the running back here, or Brown, the one that we talked about. He's a Georgia native, so he's kind of coming back close to home to play in this one. So it'll be interesting to see if he's got a lot of family there. But I think Jalen Rayner is just electric. I expect him to do good things, especially after that, lackluster game they had against Marshall as a team. I expect them to rebound and get the victory here, and they are favored by 1. So again, mirror image thing continues to be looking like a pretty fair assessment, even with the Vegas sports books. Teams, Artie says teams are very similar. Yeah. And Captain America says, get them Arkansas State. Yeah, we will hope they do.